Hi, I'm Chloe from Brit+Co. I'm so excited to talk to you. Thanks for chatting with me.
Oh,
Hi,
thank
nice to meet
you. Nice
you.
to meet you. Thanks for
Nice to
talking
meet
about
you.
it.
Well, yes. First off, congratulations on this new season of The Handmaid's Tale. This has been such a buzzy, important show over its run. I would love to start by hearing from both of you what your approach was to like bringing this final chapter to viewers who love it.
Have always seen this season as we started breaking it and going through the writer's room as a love letter to our fans. I think we have the best fans in the world who have stuck with us. Our fans, first of all, it's that kind of self-congratulatory, but obviously they have amazing taste. They have great
Right.
taste and they have amazing patience because
Yeah.
it's been a long time and they stick with us and they stuck with us through some dark episodes, some bleak episodes, some, slow moving storytelling at times. And the fact that our fans have stuck with us made us feel like we wanted to do a season that was really a love letter to
Mm.
them. A
Yeah.
lot of we've been promising over seasons finally comes to fruition in this season. So in some ways it is a gift. It's now or never. This is our chance to tell the stories that we've been wanting to tell. This is really the last chance we get to fulfill everyone's wishes of what they want to see.
Mm.
And so that I'm just so excited to share these episodes with them.
Yes.
I'm so excited too. I mean, people talk about the political relevance of the show, but at its heart, the show is really it's an intimate character drama. It's a very
Yeah.
emotional story about June and her relationships and the other characters. And what I love about this season is we don't have any more time to waste. Any of the things that we have not expressed between these characters really emerge, and they speak truth to each other. They examine their dynamics and their relationships very honestly and authentically. And some of it is painful and some of it is cathartic. But this is the time to do it. This is the final season.
Yes. Yalan, I know you just mentioned kind of some of the bleak, darker aspects of the show, which I was really reminiscing and thinking about how much hope I found in this new season, kind of almost that love letter aspect you were talking about. And I would love to know for both of you, as people behind the scenes, has engaging with this story kind of made you think about concepts like hope or community differently since you're so close to the material and kind of bringing that to audiences?
For sure, for sure. I mean, when I started on the show in season two, I wrote some really dark episodes, actually. And I felt that I was writing for a dark show. I
Mm.
wanted to be truthful and honest about this place, this world that we created in
Yeah.
Gilead, which that Margaret created, and we were loyal to it about just how horrible it is for women and for handmaids. But as time went along, I think on some really base level, I started to feel like I want my episodes to end with people feeling good. I
Mm.
want, June to kill that commander played by Chris Maloney. I want the handmaids and the Marthas to rebel. I want us to feel inspired. And so I sometimes think I like went from writing feel bad episodes to feel good episodes. And
Yeah.
then this season, I feel like we kept looking for where are those feel good moments? Where are those, our viewers, our fans deserve some triumph and
Mm.
uplift. And I also feel like our characters have been through so much so that at this point, they and especially June are so strong. Instead of curling up in a ball and giving up, none of our characters gave up, and I think that journey to heroism in our show is very well earned because
Yeah.
we have seen our characters in the deepest, darkest of places, in these superhero narratives or in the Avengers or whatever. They maybe have like a dark moment, but then they go back to saving the world. And I think that what felt really real to us throughout the seasons was that our characters get beaten down and they feel beaten down and they act beaten down and they do give up at some point. But ultimately, because they've survived for so long, they can become really tough, mother effers, by the end of the season. And then we really get to enjoy it because we've been on the journey with them. And we can also relate to them as ordinary people, as just
Yeah.
every man and every woman reacting the same way we would react, normal human beings would react when placed in the horrible extreme situations they were placed in.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is June should join the Avengers.
Yeah.
And final question as we wrap up. I would love to know, obviously fans are loving this show. Do you have a funny or memorable either fan reaction or even someone from the industry who has just been so obsessed and had to tell you how much they loved it?
I have to think about the artist on Instagram of Ken. You should follow her.
Okay.
She recreates scenes from the show using Barbie dolls. And she did this way before Barbie was a movie.
Yeah.
It's so clever and so creative. So if you want to see someone who takes what's a very often dark
Yeah.
show and there's a bit of whimsy to it, look her up on Instagram of Ken.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
She's
Yeah.
so great. And I also think about this Turkish journalist I met who told me that you can't get the show in Turkey. So she would illegally download it and get together with all her journalist friends
Hmm.
and watch it illegally, and all these journalists were under threat because just reporting the truth in Turkey meant that you were at serious risk of imprisonment. And so, under threat of imprisonment, they would watch the show because it reflected their experience
Hmm.
living in a
Wow.
country that was de-democratizing, that was losing its democracy. And that really made me feel like the importance of this show and the way it speaks to people going through various stages of losing their democracies throughout the world is so impactful. And we really have to respect that narrative that we're going through today.
Hmm. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. Congratulations again, and have a great rest of your week.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.